Hello, Catamount. My name is Alex Hoffman, and this is Chats with Cats presented by WeTV. In this series, I will be interviewing some of our amazing athletes here at WCU. Today's guest is Savannah Jones from our cheer team. How are you, Savannah?
Hi, I'm good.
If you don't mind, please introduce yourself, tell us who you are and what you do on the team.
My name is Savannah. I'm a third year, and I'm from Delaware, and I'm a base on the team.
What brought you to cheer at WCU?
So I'd actually never heard of this school before, and I got a postcard in the mail, so I decided to come down for the weekend and take a tour, and I ended up being the same weekend as tryouts, so I ended up trying out and making the team right before decision day.
Oh wow, all at once. That's cool. What or who would you say motivates you to cheer?
I would definitely say my friends, the ones that I live with, and I've also always been a very busy person, so I don't know what I would do without that extra thing that I have to distract myself. And my roommates definitely, and the friends that I've made, and I would definitely say my team is really close, so it's I wouldn't want to be apart from them.
Yeah. Speaking of the team, I know a lot of athletics at WCU tend to have a very family feel to them, so I kind of wanted to hear your take on that with cheer.
We're very close, compared to other seasons. I definitely feel there's not somebody on the team that I couldn't sit down with one-on-one and have a conversation with. Everybody gets along for the most part, and it's a really good positive environment. Everyone kind of hypes each other up.
Yeah, it's really good to have that, especially being hyped up, because I know cheer, because even though the football or basketball team might be losing, you guys are still full of energy and have to keep going. So it's good to be able to have the people around you able to hype you up too.
Yeah.
What kind of impact does your coaching staff have on you?
Well, I cheered with both of my coaches. My head coach, I cheered with her my freshman year. And when I walked into tryouts and I saw her, I was I want to be like her. And she was always a really good role model, and she was always a leader when I was on the team with her, so it kind of followed into her becoming my coach. And same thing with Serena, she was a senior when I was a freshman, and they've always given really good advice. I've always looked up to them, and they kind of just tell you what you need to hear to be a better athlete.
Yeah, I think that's important to have that too. So I am going to switch gears a little bit and go into more of the you as a person and a student beyond just as student athlete, because that's what a lot of these interviews are about. So what is your major, or what are you studying right now?
My major is psychology, and I have a minor in communications. And I mean, it's kind of switched around a little bit, but I think that's what I'm sticking with.
Do you have any specific plans at the moment with those?
As far as psychology goes, I want to go into school psychology and work with children, specifically older kids. As far as communications, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that.
I think the communications can play a role in really anything you go, so I think that's a good thing to be studying. What is your best memory at WCU so far? It can be cheer related, it can be not, or both.
My best memory at WCU would definitely be from the first football game of this season, because we got sent away for a rain delay and lightning for hours, and we sat in a room for 4 hours, and finally they sent us home. And I guess because of the NCAA rules, you can always finish a competition before the day is over, which we didn't know that. So everybody was sent home, and we all left and obviously changed out of our uniforms, and I went to go visit with one of my roommates' families out at a cabin, and we got a text from our coach that was get back to the field, it's an emergency, and all of us thought it was a joke, but it really wasn't. We all ran back to get on the field at 10:30 at night, and this game was supposed to be at probably 12 or early in the afternoon, and we ended up having a really fun night with the team after that.
Yeah, that was such an interesting way to start off the season.
Yes,
with
definitely.
their home opener. So my very last question isn't necessarily related to academics or athletics. It's more of a fun question. Who's your go-to artist to listen to before cheering to get you in the right headspace?
My go-to artist would definitely be probably like SZA or like Chris Brown. That's probably the majority of it, but that's really about it.
You had that pretty fast too. That means that you really are specifically in those. A lot of people take a second to think because they aren't sure, but it's cool. Whatever gets you hyped. That is it for today's episode of Chats with Cats with Savannah Jones. Thank you, Savannah, for being in studio today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So we'll see you next time, and go Cats.